Everyone, we are going to discuss about global trends in disaster, urban disaster, pandemic, complex emergencies. Unit 1, Introduction to Disaster. The subject is disaster management. The first unit objective is to provide student and exposed to disaster that significant and types. The outcome of this unit is we will be able to differentiate the type of disaster, causes and their impact on environment and society. Global trends in disaster, in urban disaster. Disaster are the result of interaction of hazards and vulnerable condition and such as the product of the social, political and economical environment. When disaster affect cities or urban areas, they are referred to as urban disaster. There is general agreement that urban disaster and risk are linked to broader development processes, and disaster risk reduction should be mainstreamed into the general development process. Urban disasters. Risk is becoming highly urbanized. With increasing population and asset exposed to hazards, combined with difficulties in addressing vulnerability and risk drivers, especially in low and middle income countries. The quality and capacity of city government is highly relevant to the distribution of local risk levels. Those associated with everyday life as well as less frequent, more extreme events. Tackling urban disaster and creating more resilient cities capable of managing disaster risk and climate change requires good governance. Next is very important topic, pandemic. Pandemic are large scale outbreak of infection disease that can greatly increase morbidity and mortality over a wide geographic area and cause significant economic, social and political disruption. Evidence suggests that the likelihood of pandemic has increased over the past century because of increased global travel and integration, urbanization, change in land use and greater exploitation of the natural environment. These trends likely will continue and will intensify. Significant policy attention has focused on the need to identify and limit emerging outbreak that might lead to pandemic and to expand and sustain investment to build preparedness and health capacity. The international community has made progress towards preparing for and mitigation the impact of pandemic. The 2003 severe acute respiratory syndrome SARS pandemic and growing concern about the threat posed by avian influenza led many countries to devise pandemic plans. So reporting of early SARS cases also led the World Health Assembly to update the international health regulation to compel all World Health Organization member states to meet specific standard for detecting, reporting and the responding to outbreaks. The framework put into a place by the updated international health regulation contributed to a more coordinated global response during 2009 influenza pandemic. International donors also have begun to invest in improving preparedness through refined standards and funding for building health capacity. Finally, pandemic are therefore identified by their geographical scale rather than the severity of illness. For example, in contrast to annual seasonal influenza epidemic, pandemic influenza is defined as when a new influenza virus emerges and spreads around the world and most people do not have immunity. So next is complex emergencies. Complex emergencies combined in internal conflict with large scale displacement of people, mass famine or food shortage and failing economic potential and social institutions. Often complex emergencies are also exacted by natural disaster. Some disaster can result from several different hazards or more often to a complex combination of both natural and man-made causes and different causes of vulnerability. Food insecurity, epidemic, conflict and displaced population are examples. A human crisis in a country, region or society where there is total or considerable breakdown of authority resulting from internal or external conflict and which requires an international response that goes beyond the mandate or capacity of a single agency. Such complex emergencies are typically characterized by extensive violence and loss of life, displacement of population, widespread damage to societies and economics, the need for large-scale, multi-phased humanitarian assistance, and the hindrance or prevention of humanitarian assistance by political and military constraints. Significant security risk for humanitarian relief workers in some areas. So the conclusion is death toll are reduced when population are prepared for a possible hazard. Some hazard can be predicted, for example floods, hurricane, drought and volcanic eruption. Prediction allows for warning and when possible evacuation. This can save lives but is unlikely to reduce economic losses. After a disaster, immediate rescue and relief is essential. Rapid response has improved considerably over the last few decades. International relief efforts now occur quickly in response to disaster. This saves lives, but the numbers affected and the economic losses are still high. The challenge is to disaster proof communities using appropriate building techniques, land use zoning, education and developing prevention technology. This response are longer term, costly and beyond the reach of many in the developing world. Thank you. Hope we got the knowledge about global trends in disaster, urban disaster, pandemic and complex emergencies. Thank you.